Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our Srimad Bhagavatam overview class. We'll begin with our prayers. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते सप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा welcome everyone. We are discussing from the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and we are discussing the wonderful pastimes of Ras Panchadhyay. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the beginning of this Ras Panchadhyay that these 5 chapters, they are the life air of this Bhagavatam. That's how important they are. Because in these chapters, we can see the ultimate devotion of the gopis, the surrender which all these gopis have displayed, that is unparalleled. And if we see all these chapters, the intimate pastimes are few. Very few verses they describe the intimate pastimes which Krishna performed with his gopis. Rest all these chapters, they are full of very wonderful philosophy of Krishna consciousness. All these chapters they describe the supremacy of the devotion of the gopis, how their love is completely uncontaminated, and they have no contamination of any of these modes of nature. The 5 chapters from 29 to 33, they are called Ras Panchadhyay. In these chapters, Sukadeva Goswami very wonderfully describes how gopis devotion is like gold, and there is no lust in the activities of the gopis. As Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes the difference between the lust and love. What is lust? आत्मेंद्रिय प्रीति वांछा तारे बोली काम, कृष्णेंद्रिय प्रीति इच्छा धरे प्रेम नाम. The desire to enjoy our own senses is called lust, and desire to enjoy the senses of desire to give pleasure to the senses of Krishna, that is called love. So as we were discussing that gopis, when they met Krishna, Krishna told them, you go back. They were completely devastated, and then somehow Krishna showed mercy, and then he started enjoying with all these gopis. But these gopis, they became proud. That pride is not the pride of this world, that is transcendental pride they had. But Krishna, he disappeared from the midst of the gopis, and then gopis were in complete lamentation. They were crying, they were searching here and there, going everywhere, asking the trees, plants, creepers, animals, everybody they are asking. Still, they could not find any clue about Krishna. So ultimately, after roaming in the deep and deep forest for a long, long time, they understood that now it is very deep in the forest. We cannot go ahead because the moonshine is also not coming. So they came back and they were waiting, sitting and waiting on the bank of Yamuna. And in this situation, they started singing the beautiful song of separation, which is a very famous chapter, which is called as Gopi Geet. So if we study, if we, as we are discussing these chapters, we'll see these gopis, they are aware of the supremacy of Krishna. They are aware who is God. They are aware that Krishna is not an ordinary personality, ordinary boy of Vrindavan. He is the supreme Lord. But most of the time, almost, completely, this knowledge is covered by the intense love which the gopis have for Krishna. Because that is what Krishna likes. As Kaviraj Goswami describes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna is revealing his heart. Mata more putra bhave kore na bandhan, atihi na gyane kore lalana palan. My mother thinks that why Krishna is a small child, I have to take care of him. Otherwise, who will take care if I'll not take care? Sakha more shuddha bhave, sakhya bhave skande arohan, tumi ko na bada lok tumi amasam. Sometime my friends, they climb on my shoulder and tell, Arey, who are you? You are not a big personality. We and you are equal. We defeat you in, wrestling. Priya more man kori koroe bhartsan sarva veda suti hoye moraman. And when my gopis, when my beloved gopis, they chastise me, that chastisement is better. That chastisement attracts my mind more than the words of the Vedas, the hymns of the Vedas. So, therefore, all these pastimes, Krishna is revealing to the whole world how the gopis' love is the supreme. So, gopis now they were in complete separation. So, Chakravarti Thakur writes these verses of Gopi Geet, they are like a group of lotuses, very beautiful verses. And this lotus, they have a prema of honey, prem as their honey, and then the various tones and rhythms of these verses, they are like the fragrance of these verses. So therefore the gopis, they all came together and they started singing the song of separation. Jayati te dhikam janmana braja shrayata indira shashvadatrahi daita drisyatam dikshutavaka tvai dhritashavas tvam vichinvate. So gopis, they are saying Jayati te adhikam. This Braja, this Vraj Bhumi, just because you have taken birth in this Vraj Bhumi, O beloved Krishna, Shrayata Indira. Indira means the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. Lakshmi is constantly residing in Vrindavan. Lakshmi is always fickle in nature. She is called Chanchala, does not stay at one place. But because you are here, O Krishna, Lakshmi is residing here constantly. Daita drishyatam dikshutavaka. And O Krishna, we have been searching you everywhere. Please show us, show yourself to us. Dvaidrita shavas tvam vichinvate. Because, for your sake only we have left everything. We have left our uh, parents, brothers, husbands, all our relations we have given up just for your sake. We have become your servants, O Krishna. So therefore the gopis, they are saying, because Krishna has taken birth in Vrindavan, Vrindavan is marked with the footprints of Krishna. Vrindavanam sakhi bhuvo vitanoti kirtim yad devaki sutpadam bhujalabdha lakshmi govinda venumanumatta mayura nityam Prekshyadrisanva avaratanya samasta sattvam. Vrindavan is increasing the glory of Mother Earth. Why? How? Because Krishna has marked the Vrindavan with his footprints. But Vaikuntha is also glorious. Gopis, they say Vaikuntha may be glorious, not greater than Braja. Vrindavan is much, much more glorious than even Vaikuntha. Because that Mahalakshmi, that Indira, who is served by all in Vaikuntha, everybody is serving Lakshmi in Vaikuntha, but that Lakshmi is serving Krishna in Vrindavan. So that is how Vrindavan is so glorious. It is described that Lakshmi ji wanted to take part in Rasa Leela and she was not allowed. That's why she went to Bilvan and she was doing tapasya, hankering for the association of Krishna. And then the gopis, they say, if we are offering our prayers to remove the suffering of separation that we are going through, please glance once you glance on us. Krishna may say, okay, what will I see by glancing on you? You will see how we are suffering in separation. In this Vrindavan, everything is happy, but there is one thing which is not so good. We are so very distressed. Why are you putting us in this danger? Therefore, O Krishna, please reveal yourself. Krishna may think, you should not think that I have put you in difficulty. You know. So the gopis, they say, Oh Krishna, you should not think that you have put us in difficulty. It is our attraction for you, that's why we are suffering. We have offered our bodies, our life airs for you. Tvai dhrita shava. We have offered our lives for you, O Krishna. You are not at fault. And then Krishna say, the gopis, they continue. Sharadudashay sadhu jata sat sharasi jodara shri mushandrisha suratanath te shulkadasika varada nignato neha kim vadha. So the gopis, they say, O Lord, the whirl of the finest of the lotuses, Sharada Udashay Sadhu Jata. In this autumn season, the finest of the lotuses may be found in the ponds, and the whirl of the lotus may be the finest. But Sharasi Jodara Shri Mushadrisha, but your glance, your sight excels the beauty of that lotus flower also. Suratanathate Ashulkadasika. And O Lord of Love, the gopis are saying, O Lord of Love, we have become your maid servants and we have given you freely. We have not charged anything. We are not charging anything. Freely we are giving. Ashulka. Varada nignato neha kim vadha. But what you are doing with us? You are actually killing your maid servants. Isn't it murder? You're not appearing in front of us, you are killing your maid servants. This is murder. So Krishna, he may say, how can you conclude that I desire to see you suffer? The gopis say, not only do you want us to suffer, you are killing us. You know, Neha Kim Vada, you are killing us, but by not coming in front of us. So therefore, the gopis, they say, you have stolen our hearts and you have stolen the beauty of everything in Vrindavan, and therefore now you have disappeared. Kaviraj Goswami describes the beauty of Krishna. Krishnanga lavanyapur madhur hoite sumadhur tate ei mukh sudhakar madhur hoite sumadhur taha hoite sumadhur tar ei smita jyotsna bhar. Kaviraj Goswami says Krishna's body is a uh, city of beauty. Krishnanga Lavanyapur. Lavanyapur means is city of beauty. Madhur hoite sumadhur. And Krishna's body is most beautiful of all the beautiful things in the world. But in Krishna's body, there is something which is more beautiful. Tate ei mukha sudhakar. That is the face of Krishna. Even in the face of Krishna, there is something which is more beautiful. What is that? Madhur hoite sumadhur taha hoite sumadhur. Tare ei smita jyotsna bhar. The smile of Krishna is even more beautiful. Smita jyotsna. So therefore, Krishna has conquered the beauty of everything in Vrindavan, and now he has disappeared. Kaviraj Goswami says that the gopis, they are just hankering for the association of Krishna. Krishna ji ni padmachand pati yache mukha phan tate ei mukha sudhakar. Krishna ji ni padmachand pati yache mukha phan. He says, I forgot the verse. He says, the verse says, Krishna, after spreading the news of his beauty, pati yache mukha phan, and then what he has done? He has put the bait of his smile. And Brajanari yasi yasi phande pade hoye dasi chhadi lajpati gharadwar. And all the gopis, they are running to meet Krishna, just to experience, to taste that bait of smile of Krishna. So therefore, gopis, they are just eagerly lamenting. And then they say, if you want to kill us, you are killing. But if you want to kill us, then why you saved us from so many calamities? You saved us from so many dangers. It was not proper to save us then, and then now you are killing us. Vishajalapayad Vyalarakshashat Varshamarutad Vaidyutanalat Vrishamayatmajat Vishwato Bhayat Rishabhate Vayam Rakshitamuhu. O Krishna, you are the best of the men. Rishabha, you have saved us from so many calamities. Vishajalapayad, you have saved us from the poisoned waters of Yamuna. Kalia had poisoned. You have saved us. Vyala Rakshasad, you have saved us from terrible man-eater Aghasur. Varshamarutad, and you have saved us from the rains and the terrible wind demon. Vaidyutanalat, and then you have saved us from the demon Aristasur. Vrishamayat Majad, you have saved us from Vrisha. Vrisha means Aristasur. Mayat Majat, son of Mayadanav, that was Vyomasur. You have saved us from the terrible forest fire. Vaidyuta Analat. You have saved us from so many calamities. Interestingly, the killing of Aristasur and Vyomasur had not happened so far. Still, gopis, they are telling you saved us from Aristasur and Vyomasur also. Because the gopis, they had heard the predictions of Gargacharya. Gargacharya had told that this Krishna will kill Aristasur, Vyomasur, so many demons he named. They had heard from Garga. That's why they are recalling those things. And then Krishna will say, oh gopis, you speak without thoroughly investigating. I am son of Nanda. I am the source of bliss. You cannot accuse me of killing women. I cannot do that. If you do that, I'll leave this place and I will hide myself. I'll never come in front of you. So fearing such response from Krishna, the gopis, they began to praise Krishna. Nakalu gopika nandano bhavan akhila dehinam antaratmadrik vikhanasartito vishwaguptaye sakhau deivan satvatam kule. So now in this verse we can see the gopis, they know who is Krishna. Nakhalu gopika nandano, you are not the son of Yashoda. You are Akhila Dehinam Antar Atma. You are the super soul in everyone's heart. Akhila Dehinam Antar Atma. Vikhanasartito Vishwaguptaye. When Brahmaji prayed, then you appeared in the Satvata dynasty. Sakhau Devan Satvatam Kule. That's why you appeared in the Satvata dynasty. Because Brahmaji prayed. So, Krishna may say, if you know that, then why are you speaking such harsh words to me? So the gopis, they say, oh friend, what you have done, you have smothered us in the ocean of Sakhyaras. You protect the whole universe, so please protect us also. That's why we are telling like this. And then they continued, oh wonderful speakers, Krishna may say, oh wonderful speakers, I disappeared from in front from all of you, from the vision of yours, so that I can hear the nectar of your words. And now that this desire is fulfilled, therefore take any boon you want. Krishna may say that. So Gopi is expecting such merciful words from Krishna after hearing such prayers. They express their desires in 4 verses. Virachita bhayam vrishnidhuryate charanamiyusham samsriter bhayat karasaroruham kantakamadam shirasidhehina shrikaragraham. So the gopis, they are saying, O Vrishnidhurya, O best of the Vrishnis, you grant fearlessness. Virachita abhayam, you grant fearlessness. So this is very interesting. Krishna is the source of fearlessness. Anyone who takes shelter of Krishna becomes fearless. Abhay charana ravindare. Bhaja hure mana Srinandanandana abhaya charana ravindare. That's what Lord Ram told. Lord Ram told Hanumanji. Sakrit eva prapannoya tavasmi iti chayachate abhayam sarvada tasmai dadamye tadvratam mama. Anyone who comes and asks and tells, oh Lord Ram, I am yours, even if he once tells this, Sakrit, even once, I have given my words. I give that person all protection. Abhayam sarvada tasmai dadami tadvratam. This is my vow. So therefore, if you want fearlessness, only way is to take shelter of Krishna. Otherwise, none of the things of the world can give security. Only thing which can give protection is fearlessness, is when we understand Krishna is the supreme controller and protector. And the gopis, they were aware of this. They were aware who is Krishna. He is a supreme lord. He is a super soul. He appeared because Brahmaji prayed, and he is a source of fearlessness. You know what we want, O Krishna? Charanamiyusham samshrite bhayat. You give fearlessness to those who approach your lotus feet. So therefore, we request you. Karasaroruham kantakamadam. O lover, O Krishna, please put your hands on our head. Shirashidhehina Shrikaragraham. That hand which is caught hold by Lakshmi Devi, please put that hand on our head. And some other gopis, they say, different gopis, they are praying, they are offering their prayers. So the first, they are just praying for acceptance. In the previous verse, they prayed just for acceptance. And then they are praying for general association. Braja janartihan virayoshitam nija janasmaya dhvamsana smita bhaja sakhe bhavat kinkarismano jalaruhananam charu darshaya. So now the gopis, they are saying, oh Krishna, You are Braj Jana Arati Han. You are the remover of the distress of the Brajavasis. Veera Yoshitam, you are a great, powerful personality, hero of all women. Nijajana Smaya, Dhvamsana Smita. Just by your smile, you shatter the prides of all your devotees. That is very interesting. Chandrika Vishadasmerai Saruna Panga Vikshitai Swakarthanam Ivarajaha Sattvabhyam Srishtipalakai. Brahmaji prayed that the smile of the Lord creates the desire for service, and the glance of the Lord removes all the sinful mentalities. So therefore, Nija Jana Smaya Dhvamsana. In this verse, gopis are saying, your smile even shatters the pride of your devotees. Bhaj sakhe bhavat kinkari smano. Oh, dear friend, please accept us as your maid servants. Kinkari. Kinkari means maid servants. And therefore, please show your beautiful face. Jalaruhananam charu darshaya. And then they say, Pranatadehinam papakarshanam trinacharanugam sriniketanam fanifanarpitam te padambujam krinukucheshuna krindirishayam. O my Lord, Pranatadehinam, your lotus feet, they destroy the sins of all the embodied souls. That is the power of the lotus feet of the Lord. That is described again and again in Bhagavatam. That's why it is described by Kapila Dev that we should meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord for a long, long time. Dhyaye chiram bhagavatas charanaravindam. We should meditate when we take darshan of the deities. When we come in front of the Lord, we should first meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord for a long time. Why? Sanchintayed bhagavatas charanaravindam Vajrankushadhvaja saroruhalanchanadhyam Uttungarakta vilasannaka Jyotsna bhirahatmahadridayandakaram. When we meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord, Sanchintayed, what happens? The lotus feet of the Lord is marked with Vajra, Ankusha, Dhvaja, and Saroruha. And when we meditate on the toenails of the Lord, not just feet, toenails. The toenails of the Lord, they are red. There is a effulgence which is coming from the toenails of the Lord. And that effulgence, Vajrankusha Dhvaja Saroruha Lanchanadhyam Uttunga Rakta Vilasan Naka Chakraval. Rakta Vilasan, reddish nails. Jyotsna Abhir Ahat Mahadriday Andhakar. The effulgence which is coming from the nails of Krishna's feet destroys the darkness of the heart. Everybody has the mountains of sins which they have accumulated since millions of lifetimes. Mountains cannot be destroyed by any ordinary thing, it requires a thunderbolt. Krishna's lotus feet are like thunderbolts which can destroy the mountains of sins. So therefore the gopis, they are saying Pranatadehinam Papa Karshanam. They destroy the sins. Trinacharanugam Sriniketanam. And that lotus feet, oh Krishna, you are going in the forest and you are herding the cows. And then what you did, Fanifanarpitam Te Padambujam. That soft lotus feet which the gopis they would fear putting on their breasts. They became so very disturbed and distressed when they saw, you know, Krishna on the coils, in the coils of Kalia. And when Krishna started dancing, because on the heads of Kalia there were jewels. By the touch of the jewels, the feet, the soles of Krishna became red. So the gopis are remembering that, oh Krishna, You once put your feet on the head of Kalia. Krinukucheshuna Krindirishayam. Please put those feet on our breasts and purify our lust which is there. So basically, we have to understand when the gopis they are saying like this, they are not saying for their personal satisfaction. They are saying to give pleasure to Krishna. And then the gopis they say, we are remembering your words. Krishna may say, Are, oh ladies, oh gopis, you are dear to me. You are my very life. Have faith in me. Why are you saying all these words? I love you, I care for you. Hearing such words, gopis, they became so very happy. They start remembering the words of Krishna. They're, experiencing, imagining, oh, Krishna may say that, Krishna may reciprocate in this way. And in this way, they are reciprocating. They are speaking further verses. Madhuraya gira valguvakyaya budhamanogyaya pushkarekshana vidikaririma viramuhyati adharasiduna payasvana. So the gopis they are saying, oh Krishna, your voice, sweet voice is very, very charming. Madhuraya gira, valguvakyaya, the words which you spoke in the forest, they were very charming words. Budhamanogyaya pushkarekshana. These words they can attract the mind of even intelligent personalities, and they are bewildering us more and more. Vidhikaririma viramuhyati. Therefore, O Lord, O hero, please relieve your maid servants by giving us the nectar of your lips. And then the famous verse they are speaking. They say, Oh my Lord, your speech is nectar. What kind of nectar is that? They say, that nectar gives life to the people of the world who are bound in this material world. Tapta Jivanam. They say, Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravana Mangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Bhurida Jana. So very interesting, very beautiful verse the gopis are speaking. Tava Katha Amrita. The Katha, the Amrit, the nectar of your pastimes is Tapta Jivanam. The nectar of your words and the descriptions of your activities, they are panacea for those who are suffering in this material existence. Kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham. And these activities, they are life and soul of your devotees. They are Shravana Mangala. They are most auspicious to hear. Srimadatatam. And only very great, pure devotees, they can actually relish these pastimes. Bhuvi grinanti ye bhurida jana. And then they say, these narrations, bhuvi grinanti, they are broadcasted all over the world by your devotees. Such devotees are bhurida jana. They are most munificent. So in this verse, gopis are glorifying the preachers of Krishna consciousness. Those who preach this message of Krishna consciousness, they are bhurida. They are most munificent. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing in front of Jagannath Rath and Ramananda Rai, he sent Pratap Rudra Maharaj in the form of a devotee because he wanted Pratap Rudra to get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He went and he started singing this song of gopis. And when he came to this verse, Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Bhurida Jana, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, You are Bhurida, Bhurida, Bhurida. You are the most beneficent. You have given me mercy. You have given me the life by reciting these wonderful pastimes. Tare Lilamrit Piyao. So he says, please Give me more and more nectar. He says, Apuvramrit nadi bahe tumar mukhe. So unlimited river of nectar is flowing from your mouth. Please keep reciting these glories of Krishna. So the gopis, they are saying, your speech is nectar. What kind of nectar is that? That nectar gives life to those people who are burning in this material existence. Tapta jivanam. And your name and form, they are glorified by devotees. Kavibhiriditam. What is the power of such descriptions? Kalmashapaham. The nectar of your pastimes destroys the sin of all the people. All the prarabdha karma is destroyed, aprarabdha karma is destroyed, kutam, bijam, everything is destroyed. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami writes, aprarabdha phalam papam kutam bijam phalonmukham kramenaiva praliyate vishnu bhaktir ratatmanah. Everything is destroyed by the power of devotion. Therefore, bhakti is called Klesh Agni. So the gopis, they are saying, your bhakti is kalmashapaham. It destroys all the sins. They say the nectar of Swarga does not destroy sin. The nectar of liberation does not destroy prarabdha. But the nectar of your pastimes, they are most auspicious. Shravana Mangalam. Because just by hearing your pastimes, one attains the perfection of one's life. Everything is achieved by a devotee of Lord. Srimadattatam, and your pastimes, they are preached by the speakers who are rich with love. They have prema ratana dhan. The love of Krishna is the choicest and the most precious treasure which a person can have. Manushya janama paya Radha Krishna na bhajiya janiya shunya vishakhainu. So therefore, it is described, if somebody does not chant and take pleasure in the pastimes of Krishna, it is like drinking poison. Hari Hari bifale janama guaino Manushya janama paya Radha Krishna na bhajiya janiya shunya vishakhainu. We have lost the wealth of Krishna consciousness for many, many lifetimes, but somehow we have come now by the mercy of Krishna to this process. We should not waste this time again. So these people who are glorifying and preaching this message of Krishna consciousness, they are Bhurida. And then the gopis, they say, why we are not able to see you? You are giving pleasure to everybody, but you are making us suffer. The Krishna may say, Arey, oh gopis, why you are so attracted to me? I am very hard to attain. Why are you so attracted? You should just be content about hearing. Content with hearing about me. Just be satisfied with hearing. Don't have the desire to attain me. And with this, expecting this statement from Krishna, they say, Prahasitam priya prema vikshanam viharanam chate dhyana mangalam rahasi samvido yadiridi sprisha kuhakano mana shobhayantihi. The gopis, they say, oh Krishna, how can we just be satisfied hearing about you? You have given such wonderful happiness and association that we cannot forget your smiles, your words, your beautiful loving glances, the pastimes which we have performed with you in Vrindavan. Viharanam chate dhyana mangalam, the confidential talks which we had in the private with you, they are so very dear to our heart. How can we give up that? Kuhaka no mana. At the same time, we are not able to give up all these thoughts. You are telling us to give up these desires to be with you, but we cannot give up these thoughts. They are agitating our mind. That is the absorption in Krishna consciousness. It is described that when Uddhava, he came with the message to Brindavan. So he came with the message of Krishna that, oh gopis, just think about me and be absorbed in me. In that way, you will associate with me. You will experience me. So, Krishna, Uddhava was thinking, I'll go and give this knowledge to the gopis. He went to Brindavan and he saw one of the gopis in meditation already. So Uddhava is thinking, Arey, I came to give this knowledge of meditating on Krishna, and this gopi is already meditating. So he went and asked this gopi, what are you meditating on? So that gopi, she said, I am not able to do anything. Whole day I'm just thinking about Krishna. I am trying to take Krishna out of my mind. That's why I'm doing meditation. So that was the position of the gopis. They were just absorbed thinking about Krishna's beautiful dealings with them. And then they say, oh Krishna, when we remember how you would go every day in the morning to Vrindavan, we would just be absorbed seeing at your beautiful face. Chalasi yad brajan, charayan pashun, nalina sundaram, nathate padam, shilatrinankurai, sidati tina, kalilatamana, kanta gacchati. They say, oh Krishna, oh dear master, when you go to the forest every morning, you know what happens to us? Your face is so very beautiful. Nalina sundaram nathate padam. And your feet is more beautiful than the lotus. So the gopis now they are telling that, when you go to Brindavan, your feet, which are more beautiful than lotus, our minds get disturbed with the thought that your feet will be pricked by the pebbles and the thorns and the grass of Brindavan forest. So they are just concerned and thinking about how Krishna will suffer in Brindavan. That is the only meditation of the gopis. So Chakravarti Thakur writes that, all these gopis, they are thinking, not only do you give us sorrow now, but, even if you are in Brindavan, when you are going from Brindavan to the forest, from the home to the forest, you are giving us pain that time also. Because your feet, which are so very soft, Nalina Sundaram, when we think that they'll be pierced by the thorns and the grasses on the pebbles, we become so very disturbed and distressed. Chakravarti Thakur, he gives another meaning of Kalilata. Kalilata mana kanta gacchati. So Kalilata means, Kali means quarrel. So when Krishna goes to the forest, the minds of the gopis start quarreling with the gopis. That is how we can see the highest level of consciousness of the gopis. Our mind, we have to quarrel with the mind to bring the mind back to Krishna. But just see what is the quarrel happening between the mind and the gopis. So the gopis, they are telling, oh mind, why are you uselessly lamenting? Because minds get disturbed. So they are telling to the mind, oh mind, why are you uselessly lamenting? If Krishna gets pain in walking in the forest, then why he will go to Vrindavan? Why he is going daily to Vrindavan? You should not think like that. The mind may say, oh unintelligent cowherd women, the soles of Krishna's feet are more tender than the lotus flower. And as the forest is spread with so many of the thorns and the grasses, will he not get pain? So the gopis may say, oh foolish mind, he's walking on the very soft, sandy pathways. Mind says, oh cowherd women, you don't know, the cows are wandering on those sandy paths. So the gopis, they say, oh mind, you are blind with love for Krishna. Why should one with the eyes, why he will step on the sharp grasses? Krishna may see, oh, these are sharp grasses. He will not step on those grasses. The mind says, oh gopis, you are cheated by love. What will happen if by mistake Krishna steps on the grass? Then what will happen? The gopis say, oh mind, you are our real well-wisher. You are our real brother. We live just to experience such pain only because we cannot do anything. Mind says, oh gopis, you should remain alive. But I will leave and I will depart from your body with your life heirs. So mind of the gopis, they are with Krishna always. So that is the conversation going on between mind and the gopis. And then they say, not only in the beginning of the day, at the end of the day, when you come, when we see your beautiful face, that is also a pleasure, festival for our mind. दिन परीक्षये नीलकुन्तलैर् वनरुहाननं बिभ्रदावृतं घनरजस्वलं दर्शयन्मुहुः मनसि न स्मरं वीरयच्छसि. At the end of the day, din parikshaye, when we see your lotus face covered with the dust of the dust which is raised by the calves and the cows, because Krishna is coming with all the cows in front and the dust is raising, and the face and the hairs of Krishna, they are covered with the dust which is raised by the hooves of the cows. Every evening gopis have such wonderful vision. Bibhrad avritam, and that dust is thickly covering the face and the body of Krishna. Ghanarajasvalam darshayan muhu, and repeatedly every day we are getting a chance to see that face of you, O Krishna. Manasina smaram virayachasi, and in this way you are arising our lusty desires. And then they say, Krishna may say, if you are always thinking that I am giving you sorrow, then what use I am for you? I am no use to you. I am giving you pain. So gopis, fearing such response from Krishna, they became repentant. And they say, we have become blinded because we are inflicted by our own karma. And therefore, we are finding fault with our beloved. Please, Krishna, don't feel bad. Pranata kamadam padmajarchitam धरणिमण्डनं ध्येयमापदि चरणपङ्कजं सन्तमं च ते रमणनस्तनेष्वर्पयादिहन्. So the gopis, they are saying, Pranata Kamadam, your lotus feet is worshipped by Lord Brahma. That lotus feet fulfills the desires of his devotees. Anyone who bows down to Krishna's lotus feet, all his desires are fulfilled. That is very interesting. Even if somebody goes to Krishna with any of the desires, not pure devotional desires, any of the desires, if one goes to Krishna, Krishna gives that desires, fulfills that desires, and purifies the desires also, purifies the mind of the devotee also. How does he do that? He gives his own lotus feet to his devotee. What is the effect of that lotus feet? That lotus feet is the reservoir of all the desires. All the desires are fulfilled by the lotus feet of Krishna. Satyam dishatyarthitamarthito nrinam naivarthado yat punararthitam yatah swayam vidatte bhajatam anichchatam ichhapidhanam nijpada pallavam. It is described that it is true Lord fulfills the desires of his devotees, but he does so in such a way that the devotee will not ask for the same thing again. How does this happen? He gives himself. Ichhapidhanam lijpad pallavam, the lotus feet of Krishna, they are the reservoir of all the happiness. Receiving those lotus feet, one becomes completely satisfied. So therefore the gopis, they are saying, oh Krishna, your lotus feet, worshipped by Brahma, Padmaja. Padmaja means Brahma. Anybody who bows down to your lotus feet becomes, his desires get completely fulfilled. Dharani Mandanam Dheyamapadi. These lotus feet, they are the ornaments of earth. Because you are walking on this Mother Earth, the Mother Earth has become so glorious. That is the highest satisfaction for our minds. In the times of danger, they are the appropriate object of meditation. Whenever we are in danger, meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna. Charana pankajam shantamam chate ramananastane shwarpayadihan. O lover, O destroyer of anxiety, please put your feet on our breasts. Please remove this distress of separation. And then they glorify the beauty of Krishna again. Suratavardhanam shokanashanam swaritavenuna shushtuchumbitam itararagavismaranam nrinam vitaraviranaste dharamritam. Suratavardhanam, the beauty of Krishna is enchanting for the gopis, increases the love of the gopis. The flute which Krishna is playing, it is flute is getting the nectar of the lips of Krishna. The gopis are saying, "Oh Krishna, please give us that nectar also." So the gopis, they are saying, "Oh Krishna, you are the best of the doctors. You are equal to Dhanvantari. Please give us a medicine. We are fainting, we are suffering because of the love, because of the sickness of the love, we are fainting. What is that medicine? Please give us the medicine of the nectar of your lips. How can I give you free? I will charge something." The gopis say, "Arey, you are the best of the heroes, Veer. You should not charge money. Give us for free." You know. So in this way, the gopis are humbly telling, requesting, please appear in front of us. And then they say, "Oh Krishna, it seems our bad destiny alone is the cause of our grief. Nobody is responsible for our grief. What can you do about it? It is our bad destiny. हमारा भाग्य ऐसा है, क्या करें?" That's why we have to suffer this separation, the pains of separation. Atati yat bhavan hanikananam trutiyugayate tvam apashyatam kutilakuntalam shrimukham chate jada udikshatam paksham kritrisham. They say, they are saying, "Oh Krishna, when you go off into the forest during the daytime, atati yad bhavan ahanikanam, every moment of separation from you looks like a yuga. Truti yugayate." What is a truti? Truti means 8 by 13,500th of a second. That is what Bhagavatam says. That is a truti. So gopis are saying even that truti, it feels like a yuga. Kutila kuntalam, when we remember your face covered with curly locks of hair, and we'd want to see it constantly, but we are just thinking what type of foolish creator Brahma is. He has made the eyelids, and when the eyelids they blink for a nimesh, we are not able to see you. Such a foolish creator Brahma is. The best of the gopis, the best of the devotees, they are criticizing the best of the creators. So even Brahmaji is not spared from getting a chastisement. So therefore, any service you do, you will get chastisement for sure, because Krishna plans in such a way that we become humble. That's why, for sure, for any service, however wonderful service you are doing, chastisement will come some way or other, so that we remain humble. So Brahma is the greatest of the creators. Who can create such a universe? He is also getting gali from the gopis, who are the best of the devotees. So that is how Krishna is, you know. So they are saying, the gopis are saying, we are so unfortunate. Whether we are in front of you or behind you, we suffer only. When we are not in front of you, we are suffering thinking about you. And when you are in front of us, still we suffer because we are not able to see you. And therefore, they say, oh Krishna, we have left everything and we have come to you. And still you are not appearing in front of us. Pati sutanvayat bhratrabandhavat ati vilangyate tachyutagata gati vidastavo gita mohita kitavayoshita kastya nishi. They are saying, oh Krishna, we have given up our everything, our husbands, our relatives, ancestors, children, brothers, everything we have given up. Ati vilangyate anti achyutagata. We have given up everything, O Achyuta, and we have come to see you. Gati vidastavo gita mohita. You bewildered us. You brought us to this place just by playing your flute, and then you have left all of us. Kita vayoshitare. Who but a cheater like you will leave a young woman who has come in the middle of the night to see you? Who can do that? Only you can do that, O Krishna. And then they say, what can be done? You know, we are completely illusioned by five things. The five things, they are like the five arrows of Cupid. They have entered our mind. What are those five things? They say the request which you made for enjoyment. That is the one thing. The rise of passion in us, which was caused by your looking at us. Your smiling face, your loving glances, your chest. These are like five arrows which have completely overcome us. They have pierced our hearts. Rahasi samvidam richayodayam prahasitananam prema vikshanam brihadura shriyo vikshadhamate muhurati spriha muhyate manah. Rahasi samvida. As we think about our intimate conversations, your smiling face, prahasitananam, prema vikshanam, your loving glances, your chest, which is abode of goddess of fortune. When we think about all these things, we experience much suffering and hankering. Continuously, you are giving us pain. When we think about all these things, our greed increases to be with you. And therefore, you have bewildered us, O Krishna. After bewildering such innocent women, you have brought us here. We left everything, we came here, and now your intention is you want to burn us with the fire of separation. Brajavanaukasam vyaktirangate vrijanahantryalam vishwamangalam त्यजमनाक्षणस् त्वत्स्पृहात्मनां स्वजनहृद्रुजां यन्निषूदनम्. O Krishna, your beloved, our beloved, those who are living in the forest, Braja's forests, your auspicious presence is all wonderful. When you come to the forest, those who are living in the forest becomes enlivened. They get your association. Please give us a bit of that medicine also. Just be with us also, so that we can also feel satisfied. That medicine of your association will counteract the disease in our hearts. And then they end their prayer by telling, Yatte sujat charanam burham staneshu bhita shanay priyadadhimahi karkasheshu तेनाटवमटसि यद्व्यथतेन किं स्वित् kurpadhibhirbhramati So they are saying, oh dearly beloved, please put your lotus feet on our soft breasts and place we will place gently because we fear that your feet will become will get some pain when they are put on our breasts, and our mind is full of anxiety thinking about you. Therefore, O Krishna, when we think that your lotus feet is wounded by the pebbles, we experience such pain. When you are roaming in the forest, we just become so very distressed thinking about this. So therefore, we just want to give you pleasure. So this is a song of separation of the gopis which they sung. So in all these wonderful verses, we can see how the gopis, their only intention is how they can serve Krishna better. They understood Krishna's supremacy, but their love for Krishna overpowers their knowledge, their awe and reverence for Krishna. The gopis' love is never mixed with the awe and reverence. That's why Krishna likes the love of the gopis and the Brajavasis. Aishwarya Shithala Prem Nahi Mora Preet. Krishna says, the love which is mixed with awe and reverence, I don't like that love. That love of Vrindavan Vasis, that is pure because it is not mixed with awe and reverence. They are very, very dear to me. So therefore, this is the wonderful pastime of Krishna with the gopis, and this is the end of this chapter. So we'll end here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki jai.